Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It's time for Survivor Talk, y'all. You know what time it is. Last night was a very good episode, as I thought it would be. So let's get right into it. So first, let's talk about we get back to the beaches. Tribal Council is over. Rob is on what is it called? Extinction Island. Now, one thing I noticed, we never got to see Rob greet Amber and, just the reaction of Amber seeing her husband getting voted out. Like, we didn't get to see any of that, and I just thought we didn't get to see it last week. I knew last week was a busy week, but I thought we would at least open up the show to that. But they was like, peace out, Rob. Gone, bye. So Ben feels free. Rob is gone. He doesn't feel like he has to follow Rob's instructions anymore. He feels free. He feels closer to Sophie and Sarah. I think that's a good group for him to work with going forward. Adam feels left out. I think Ben's mistake that could bite him in the butt in the future is making Adam feel left out at the bottom of the totem pole. Like, Adam can see you getting close to Sophie and Sarah. Why aren't you pulling Adam in? I know eventually if you do lose, you have to go to tribal council. But look what happened. This week y'all did not lose and Adam still feels lonely. I think you should be equally as energetic around the girls as you are with Adam. But let's move forward. They jump over to Extinction Island, Exile Island, Island of Extinction. I don't know the real name and I get confused every week. Forgive me and read me in the comments. I'm sorry. So they get over there. It's interesting. They have a scavenger hunt. They got a little clue. Something about at the end of time, you will flip over as many rocks as you can. And being at the right place in the right time, you'll find the clue for a fire token. So everyone is looking. Rob has his eye on Tyson, but Tyson already knows this is for me, this ain't no share group effort. Everyone is looking. They want the fire token. Natalie got four fire tokens, so she was good, but I'm sure she looked for it, but they kept the focus on Rob and Amber and Tyson. Tyson finds it because Rob is thinking the edge of extinction should be, because they said something about going to the edge. He's thinking the higher that I go, the edge just isn't going to be low. So they up on the cliff somewhere looking for it. But Tyson thinks of the line of running out of time. And so he said the only thing that deals with time is these tides. And so he goes down to the beach. And Tyson, end of the day, Tyson finds it. He did a little fake out because Rob has his eyes like, I'm watching you. He did a little fake out like he was using the bathroom, put it in his little underwears, and he went on about his business. He got the token. It's an idol nullifier. Ultimately, he sells it to Parvati. Parvati, we'll get to Parvati, but to me, the idol nullifier is stupid because if you don't know who has an idol, it has no power. And if I was Parvati, I would have kept my fire token, but she had four because she had two already, and then Rob gave her two, so she, I guess, was wasting one. I don't know, but Parvati bought it. But then Tyson did something interesting. Let's talk about this in the comments. He doesn't keep his fire token. He immediately sells his fire token for peanut butter. I guess to be refueled because he felt like, what's the point of saving it for an idol if I never get back into the game? Or he was like, I could have it now. I don't understand his logic. Like, to me, I'm keeping all the fire tokens. I'm not wasting fire tokens on food until I can see if you have fire tokens and you already done the challenge and you know you're not getting back into the game. Okay, let's eat. Let's pull our fire tokens and let's just eat whatever. But until I know I'm not getting back into the game, I would have saved my fire token. But what do you all think about Tyson getting his bottle of peanut butter for the fire token? I don't know. I mean, it could be a strategy. Maybe he felt like being fueled by the peanut butter would help him win the challenge to get back into the game. Everyone has their own ideas. I don't know. But let's move off of the island. What happens next? We're at the immunity challenge. Another good immunity challenge. It was another nail biter. They had to do some rowing in a boat, getting a bag of rice through a little small hole. The rice is very heavy, dragging it to the beach, and then you do the little wobble puzzle to get 3 balls in the right hole. I know I said that crazy, but y'all watched it. Y'all knew what the challenge is. But anyway, I think Wendell's team could have won that. That's the blue team. But he was talking trash, talking about, look at what I do right here, Jeff. And then he dropped his ball. Talking too much, Wendell. Wendell is my winner pick. And it makes me nervous every time Wendell starts talking too much. Because I need him just to shut up and stay in the game. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. We are going to get to it. But ultimately, the green team wins. That's Sophie, Sarah, Ben, and Adam. And Adam is on my fantasy team. I'm at the point now where I'm ready to lose Adam because I feel like his name is on everyone's SHIT list. I'm gonna try not to curse. Where as soon as they merge, it's enough people that don't want to fool with Adam where he'll be an easy merge boot. Let's go. Bye. So I'm happy that they won, but I really wanted Wendell's team to win. But because I have more fantasy players over on the blue team, but let's just jump right into it. The green team won. Wendell, if he wouldn't have missed that second ball talking trash, his team would have won, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. It is what it is. Let's get over to these strategies. Let's start with Wendell's team. The whole time the blue team was on the beach strategizing, I did not understand where Wendell was coming from. Let's talk about this in the comments. Like, what was Wendell thinking? And someone tried to explain it to me because I just can't grasp why he wanted to be this huge alpha, kind of Rob-esque type player where it was almost bullyish. I mean, it was not bullyish, but it was kind of like, do what I say or, oh, well, I ain't going nowhere. And y'all watched it. Wendell doesn't go anywhere, but until Jeff read that last vote, I would have put money that Wendell was going home. I was ready to scratch his name off my little power rankings and like, psh, you was talking trash. You was talking trash. I mean, he started it off with Michelle. I understand you all dated or screwed around, whatever y'all did. It did not work out. The way Michelle tells it, it seems like it was Wendell's fault that it did not work out. And so why do you talk to Michelle that way? It's kind of like, well, what you want to do? We voting out poverty. It is, I didn't understand the way he talked to Michelle because I understand, Michelle, you can't say to someone's face, I'm going to write your name down, but don't get upset. I just want to get poverty's chips. You shouldn't have said that to Wendell. You just shouldn't have said that to Wendell. I understand. But Wendell, you shouldn't have talked to Michelle because I just knew it was going to flip. And then you make the mistake. And then let's go over here to Nick. Nick, I was worried about Nick the whole time because I'm like, Nick, please don't flip. Because he's talking about, poverty is my high school crush and I really want to play with her. But I guess Nick, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, you aren't in high school anymore. Poverty is married, and then someone said that you are married. So why do you give a damn about Poverty being your high school crush and you wanting to play with her when you have this strong foursome alliance? Sophie, Yule, Nick, Wendell, you all are supposed to be solid. Why would you ever think to cross that, to want to work with Poverty? And Michelle, I mean, Michelle ain't no small fry or whatever they call it. Michelle is playing a good game, but no Nick. But anyway, it just that whole time made me nervous. I was like, Nick, you better not flip. You better not flip. And then Wendell goes to talk to Poverty. I don't understand this strategy. You all explain it to me in the comments, but now you want Poverty's fire tokens, two of her fire tokens, and you will vote out Nick or Yul. Was Tell me this. The only way it makes sense is if Nick and Yul agreed to this so you all could split up the fire tokens amongst your alliance for a future advantage. Like I don't and then you would have just voted out Michelle. But if you really want to just vote out Michelle, y'all could have just voted out Michelle. Like to me Wendell, you could vote out Poverty anytime because there's plenty of people that want to vote out Poverty. Michelle, you should have got rid of because I think she's gonna come back to get you because whatever that foolishness is, y'all done dated, whatever, that's gonna come back and bite one of y'all in the ass. Yes, the ass. But I think you should have voted out Michelle. But it was stupid to say this to Poverty because of course Poverty, even all she needed was to hear this so she can go back and tell it to Nick, bring up friction amongst your alliance, and now Nick is thinking, what is Wendell doing? He's a secret threat. Yeah, he's not Jeremy or Rob, but he's still a winner. And so now Nick is teeter-tottering. Okay, so after this, once we go to tribal council, I'm prepared for Wendell to go home. Okay, so at tribal council, Wendell was talking about, I'm ready to stab you from the front and the back. I don't care what I got to do to get this $2 million. I'm like, Wendell, do you want to win the game? Do you want to win the game, Wendell? Like, they should have just voted him out now. Because all these words he running his mouth at tribal council is definitely going to bite him in the ass. Come again. So I'm like, I'm just confused. And I'm tweeting and I'm like, Wendell's getting ready to go home. Like, does he want to go home on purpose? Is it somebody over on Exile that he trying to get close to? Natalie, Danny, like, what's going on? I'm confused. And then he admits to saying, Poverty, you know, you want to give him 2 fire tokens. I could vote however you want. Yeah, I said it. And so now Yul, who is very intelligent and is not going to forget this, is like, hold up. What you talking about? And then Jeff is like, is this a past offer or a current offer? And Wendell was like, you know, what's up? Poverty? What's up with them tokens? This is current. And I'm like, And so now Nick over here to the front, his mind is going crazy. Like, I was like, Wendell is going home. And Yul is over there like, Jeff, I have no clue what's going on. I'm thrown for a loop at tribal tonight. And Poverty is like, well, what's up? You gonna put a name out there? And he was like, no, you put a name out there. I was so nervous. It really took that last vote to come out and say Poverty for me to realize, okay, y'all, I'm confused. I know I'm supposed to be reviewing, but I'm so confused. I don't know what Wendell was doing. What do you all think Wendell was doing? Was he doing all of this to try to just bait Poverty into not giving Michelle the fire tokens and give it to him? Was he trying to do what Denise did? We're going to get to that one because I love the red team's tribal. I mean, was he trying to just get the fire tokens and vote Poverty out anyway? Like, I don't understand what Wendell was doing. I hope he can smooth it over with his alliance. I really do. I can't wait to see next week. I hope he can come up with some kind of understanding with his alliance. To me, he should have at least looped Yul in and be like, this is what I'm doing, so don't get too upset when you see it. We shall see next week. Okay, over to the red team because the red team gave me life. life, Denise. I love Denise now. Like I never, it's no one on this season that I hate, but there are people that I just love. And Denise, after today, is one of them. Like I love Sandra, but I was ready for Sandra to go too. Like Rob and Sandra should have been gone. Because Sandra really thinks she can win this game, and I just think there's no way anyone lets Sandra wins this game. But let's move on. So the red team lost. They get back. Jeremy is nervous. He thinks it's him. I'm thinking it's Jeremy too. Because at first, the original red team is strong. Was it the cow? I don't know the team names. Forgive me. The original red team is like, it's three of us, two of them. Who y'all want to get rid of? We might as well get rid of Jeremy. So I'm like, oh, not Jeremy. And so I'm like, Kim, what's up with the flip? See, I knew Kim wasn't gonna flip. We can't get our hopes up from previous episodes. Though I do think Kim will work with Jeremy going in the future. So then it turns into Jeremy playing his game like, look, Tony, they done got rid of Rob. It's you and me next. We need to stick together. You can't get rid of me because then it's just you sitting out there. Tyson gone. And so Tony agreed. He looped Sandra and Kim in. They're all threats. Let's just get rid of Denise. So I'm like, cool, bet. Done. Denise, bye. Adam getting ready to go sometime soon anyway. So I was rolling with that. And so now here comes Sandra talking about Denise. I got an idol that she didn't say it had to be, she didn't get a background, but Sandra had an idol that had to be played this tribal council or it was void. So here goes Sandra. I got an idol. You give me your 2 fire tokens, you can have my idol. Cool. Denise is like, okay. And so, but Denise is like, look, I'm going to give you 1 token. And if this is a real idol and I don't go home, when we get back, I'll give you another one. Bet. I don't even care if she would have gave Sandra 2. The whole time I'm yelling at the TV, Denise, vote out Sandra. That would be so cold for somebody to give you their idol, you use it, and vote them out. Nothing against Sandra, but I'm like, Sandra, the whole time I'm like, Sandra, this is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. I would have just went home with the idol in my pocket. I wouldn't have cared. Denise, bye. Like, why do you want to save Denise and get rid of Tony so bad? If you really want to get rid of Tony, you could have just went to Jeremy and Denise and say, hey, y'all, let's vote out Tony. Kim would have did it too. Kim is not tied to Tony. You could have just all came together and said, look, Tony is sketchy. It's Tony tonight. Okay, bye. Sandra, this was a terrible move. You were trying to do too much. You got no credit for the move. Even if it would have been Tony, you would have got no credit for that move. You just would have had 2 fire tokens. So what? You just set Denise up to have a game-winning move. All on her own. And Jeremy didn't have to use his little piece of paper, so he still got a little piece of paper for the future. Bet. The red team, it just gave life. One, I like how Denise Smooth said, Jeff, this idol is for me. Jeremy's face went like, shh, SHIT. I'm gone. I'm gone. And then she was like, hold up, Jeff. Hold up. Hold up. I got one more item. This for my boy Jeremy. Okay. And so now Jeremy is like, who is going home? Now, I did think she might would have put Tony out there, but no. She put down Sandra. Look on Sandra's face. I was like, psh, told you it was a dumb idea, Sandra. We don't even know what you get for these fire tokens at the end of the day. Right now, it only looks like advantages for the people on Exile. Unless you want some food. Like, I mean, true enough, you want to try to get as many fire tokens as you can because you don't know what they're going to turn into. And I'm sure it has to be something good. But usually Survivor lets us down with these little trinkets and stuff they introduce every season. Great episode. Just a great episode. Like, Denise, game-winning move. You got to get there. But if you get there, you definitely have a start of a great resume. All right. I don't have my power rankings in front of me, so I'm going to try to talk about them as best as I can from memory. I'm sorry, you all. I'm working from home. I'm on a break, so I'm trying for this not to be long. I hope everyone is being safe. I know my fantasy team. Number one is Wendell. Oh my God. I really hope if Wendell can't smooth this out with Sophie, I mean Sophie ain't there. If he cannot smooth this out with Nick and Yule before they get back to Sophie, because Sophie is gonna pull in Sarah, and they could be like, Wendell is sketchy. We don't need him. Bye. That's my winner pick. But anyway, I just don't understand Wendell. I hope someone out there can explain it to me. I know who's my number two is Adam. I've already written off Adam, but he's still there. So I still got a chance. But Tyson was number three. He's gone. Number four was Natalie, and she's gone. Number five is Yule. I still feel good about Yule. I still feel good about him because as we're getting closer to the merge, no one has Yule on in that biggest threat alliance. They still looking at Jeremy, Tony, Sandra's gone, Kim. They got people on the SHIT list like Adam, Wendell. So Yule is still sitting pretty. I really wish I could put Sophie in my fantasies. Sophie is closer to the bottom of my list. I believe she's in my top 10. But I really like Sophie. I think Sophie is sitting pretty. Um, Ben isn't. I think most of my top 10 may be gone. It's a lot of people. Let's just talk about who I'd like from just this episode. Kim is up. Jeremy is up there. Jeremy is at my number 6. I know Jeremy is number 6. Do I think Jeremy can win? I don't know. Jeremy needs to make some moves. Like, it's people around Jeremy making moves. When we get to the merger, Jeremy needs to make moves that can be seen as his moves for his resume. Because right now, Jeremy is just playing Survivor. And I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. So I ain't mad at Jeremy. Kim is doing the same thing. Kim needs to step it up and make some moves. Like, someone's going to have to take out a Tony. Someone's going to have to take out a Yule. I don't want them to take out Yule. But they're going to have to pick, they got to make some moves. Denise is definitely not in my top 10, but I know Denise, if I could move her up, I would. Denise, I love Denise after that move. Yes, you gave me an idol bye. I love it. And she kept a fire token. I love it. Ben is still out there. I think once we hit the merge, people ain't. I think Ben is gonna get on people's nerve, and unless he can start finding idols, but it's so many twists left in the game. Like, who is gonna come back? Who comes back from exile is really gonna do a lot. Like, if Natalie can come back and get back with Michelle and Jeremy, they can do a lot. If that foursome of Wendell, Yule, Sophie, and Nick can stay together when they merge, a lot can happen. Like, someone's gonna have to get rid of a Sarah, Tony. I'm even proud of Michelle. And Michelle, I know, was at 19. She was only one step above Amber. If Michelle is playing a game where she can win, like right now in the game, no one is getting dragged to the end. The only one who might get dragged to the end is maybe Adam, because who's gonna give Adam $2 million? Like, people, I think so many people are just over Adam, and that's sad because he's on my fantasy team. All right, you all. Like I said, I am on a break. I can't sit here and talk Survivor all day like I would love to. You know I would. But we're all working from home and doing what we have to do at this time to be safe and healthy. So, that's it. Next week, I will have my printout of my power rankings next to me so we can go down the list. I'm sad to see Parvati go, but she had to go. I'm sad to see Sandra go, but she made a dumb move. Um, if you haven't subscribed by now, go ahead and subscribe. You know I'm coming every week to talk about Survivor, and we're getting ready to talk about the challenge as well. I cannot wait for the challenge to come on this season. Like, comment, share, and I will see you all next Wednesday, Thursday for a Survivor review again. Have a good one. Bye.